Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another tier list for you guys. So, today, to further celebrate Black History Month, I also wanted to get this one out before the month was over. In fact, this will probably be going up on the last day of February, to the Tuesday, the 28th, even though I'm recording this on Sunday. But this is going to be the Mark Henry tier list. Mark Henry, of course, the world's strongest man, the GOAT for sure, and a man who never won the W Championship, much to the dismay of a lot of people, especially after he did the whole Hall of Pain stuff and everything. He won the World Heavyweight Championship, thank God, but not the WWE Championship, which sucks. But nevertheless, we got our attires here for Mr. Mark Henry, and we got our tiers here. So, for our top tier, we have Hall of Pain, which means it's a really, really solid attire. A really, really awesome attire, really, really good stuff. We have A tier, which is still really good, not enough for the top tier, but really good. B tier is decent. It's like okay, not great, not horrible. C tier is very meh. It's almost bottom of the barrel. Where it's one or two things keeping it from the bottom of the barrel, one or two redeeming qualities, and then the bottom of the barrel is not strong enough. He may be the world's strongest man, but the attire is not strong enough. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with In Your House Mind Game. So, this is actually the first pay-per-view appearance, and I believe the first match ever for Mark Henry in the WWF, taking on Jerry Lawler here. And this attire, I don't know if I'm. The thing about flag-based attires, like attires that look like the flag, whichever flag it is, representing whichever country that the wrestler is representing. The thing is, they can be either hit or miss depending on how they're done. This one I don't think is that great. It doesn't look horrible, but I don't think it looks that great. But to give you another example, the New Day's flag attire, which if you haven't already, go check out my tier list on the New Day. But their flag attire, I think, was much better. But this one, and I don't know if I'm really feeling it. Thankfully, it's not too much of an eyesore, but it's not the best attire. So I'm not gonna put it in bottom tier, but I am gonna put it in C. This is his first attire though, and it makes sense. He's world's strongest man, everything, representing the good old U.S. of A. So it makes sense, but otherwise, yeah, not a great attire. Next up is the Nation of Domination, and this one's actually pretty cool. Well, it's got the African colors with sort of the African pattern, but with the black singlet and everything, which helps it balance out. And I really, really appreciate that. So the Nation of Domination, I'm actually going to put in because it does look really, really nice. It's not too much of the pattern because that could throw the attire off a little bit, but it is just enough to be really good. So I don't know if I want to put it in Hall of Pain, but I will put it in A. It looks really, really solid. Next up is Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. Mark Henry, Sexual Chocolate. It was the Attitude Era. It was a different time, but this one does look really cool. I like the blue. I like the little Hershey there, and it's got the little paper that the Hershey chocolate usually comes with. So it looks pretty cool. So this one, I think I'll also put in. A, the Sexual Chocolate in blue attire. I will put in A. I think the most memorable part of the Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry look was, the Mark Henry character, the Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry character was probably the theme song. Good stuff. The next one is the brown version of the Sexual Chocolate. This one is probably my favorite out of. There's three Sexual Chocolate attires that we're gonna look at in this tier list. This is probably my favorite. It looks really cool, like the brown, or it might be black even, with the white and the gold, and then the chocolate there, and Oh, I almost noticed it kind of looks like a woman almost with the H there. I don't know if you guys can see it where my cursor is, but um, this one is my favorite. It's like it just looks really really nice, really really cool. So this one I'll actually put in Hall of Pain. It actually looks really really cool. So this one's going in Hall of Pain, and it's a really really nice attire. But next up is the red variation. Similar to this one, except in red. Not gonna lie, I think the blue fits it a little bit better, but this one still looks okay, and looks like he wore this during the old school Raw. Which, fun fact, this was when they did the old school Raw in 2012. This was actually in Buffalo, and I actually went to go see it live with my parents and my sister. But so yeah, this one I think I will put in at least B. It, I will put it in B. It still looks pretty cool. Also forgot to mention, not a whole lot of attires for Mark Henry. He didn't wear a whole lot of like super duper flashy, super duper out there different attires. Next up is the purple one, which I forgot to put in. But we can look it up real quick. I actually meant to put it in the tier list, but I forgot. But you know what? We are going to call an audible and actually look up this attire, which honestly, you're not really missing much. It does look a little weird. He's got like this one, and then he's got like kind of this one, but we'll mainly judge like this one. It definitely does look a little weird. Not really the biggest fan of it. Probably the purple and red, I think, is throwing me off a little bit. So the purple we'll actually put in. I think I'm actually gonna put it in C. I think this might be one of the first tier lists where. And I think it's because there's not that many attires where the B tier isn't like the most full of attires, but that remains to be seen. My bad for not putting the purple one in, but I think it's going in C, and you can close that out now. But the next one is going to be the black, like solid black and everything, with the knee pads and boots and stuff. The solid black, a little too plain for my liking. I wish there was more detail, but I had solid black and everything. So I think I did not want to do that. I think solid black. I might put in. C's. Why is it key? Why is it doing all this random stuff? But I think I will put it in C. Not really a whole lot going on and everything. I think very simple, which sometimes simple does work, but here it's a little too simple for my liking. But next up is black and white, and this one looks really cool with like the white and the black and this, and then the logo with like the guy lifting the weights. Not gonna lie, and maybe it's because I was a dumb kid. For years, I didn't know what like this was supposed to be, but then I realized, oh, it's supposed to be somebody lifting weights. But the black and white still looks really cool, so I think I'm gonna put this one in B as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B. It looks pretty cool for the most part. Next up is going to be the red, and this is he primarily wore this when he teamed with MVP. MVP had like a similar attire to this, and actually made the red one made it into SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 for Mark Henry. But like I said, it's from his time as a tag team with MVP. It actually doesn't look bad. I know you can't see it on the back, but it had like the circles with the WSM, World's Strongest Man, similar to how MVP had on his attires with MVP. But the red, I think I'll also put in B. Still looks pretty good for the most part, pretty cool. Next up is the black and red. It reminds me of the Hall of Pain days. Like I said, very underrated run. Should have and could have resulted in a WWE Championship if John Cena really didn't need to hold on to it for that during that time. I think Mark Henry winning it would have made a lot of people happy. But still, attire's pretty cool. The red, I think, works really well with the black and everything. And so on that basis, I think I will put this in A actually. So it's gonna go in A. A's something about it is just really really nice. Next up is I almost said black, the blue and gold. The blue and gold actually looks pretty cool. Well, with the blue bodysuit and then the gold trim and everything, and then has the gold on the back as well. Well, I think it does look pretty nice for the most part. Usually blue and gold plays well together in terms of like color scheme. So this one I will put in B. Next up is going to be I actually put Hall of Pain there. It's supposed to be bald. Well, yes, Mark Henry, after so many years, cut his iconic dreads that he had for years. I remember back in the day when Mark Henry first did this, I was like, no, he cut his hair. Why? But the attire does look pretty cool and kind of similar to the attires we had seen already. Gone were the circles, and now they're more like block letters this time around, but they still look pretty cool for the most part. But the hair, oh man, and the hair, the hair would be sorely missed, and he's still bald to this day. Actually, now that he's doing like interviewing and stuff for AEW. But all other things gonna go in B. And last but not least, the salmon jacket, because why not? Of course, the infamous salmon jacket during one of probably the coolest like swerve moments in WWE, where Mark Henry, you think he's retiring, he's talking about retiring and everything. He fools everybody. Everybody was fooled into thinking he was retiring. Everybody was all sad and everything. John Cena came out, like, they posed and stuff. Mark Henry goes to hug him. Boom! World's Strongest Slam. It led to their feud and everything. But definitely a swerve. But I included it here because why not? Normally pink colors aren't really my thing. Salmon, not really. Salmon more like on the reddish side, although it still has a lot of pink in it. But I think it still looks okay, and the fact that the whole suit isn't salmon, but he's got like the white shirt and the tie, the blue and purple tie, and the black pants. But definitely a kind of look for the moment. But we can't judge it based off the moment. But I think the attire itself will put in B. So. Like I said, pretty short tier list, unfortunately. But to recap, in Hall of Pain tier, we had the brown version of the sexual chocolate attire. In A tier, we had Nation of Domination, sexual chocolate blue edition, and the black and red. In B tier, we had sexual chocolate red, the black and white, the red, the blue and gold, the bald, and the salmon jacket. In C tier, we had In Your House Mind Games, purple and black. And then nothing this time around in the bottom tier, not strong enough. So good on you, Mark Henry. Hey, maybe simpler attires are the way to go. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this tier list. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see as soon as it drops. And then comments below your favorite and least favorite Mark Henry attires, and who else you want to see me cover in tier lists in the future. And I will see you guys later. Peace.